The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to Dueling Comedians, where two comedians clash to see whose comedy kills and who gets killed.
Figuratively speaking, of course.
All this to determine who claims the coveted Dueling Comedians Trophy. This is Dueling Comedians.
You are tuned in to Dueling Comedians. I'm comedian Tony V, and I only say that just in case you don't recognize that fact as we go. This is a very special episode. I have to my right, your left, or top or bottom of your screen, however you're watching this or listening. Oftentimes we don't pay tribute to some of the greats in the business. And I am fortunate enough to have an old friend of mine, Joey Crumbs, who I met in Las Vegas many years ago.
The incomparable Joey Crumbs.
The incomparable Joey Crumbs.
Thank you.
Yeah. And not one to shy away from people with difficulties.
Thank you.
Joey has a unique malady. Would you call it a malady?
I have a rare voice box malady where I can only speak if I inhale helium.
Ah, I see. Joey had some issue early on, so if you couldn't understand that, and I don't know why you wouldn't, Joey is only allowed to speak, or able to speak. It's not allowed. No one's allowing you to speak, right, Joey?
Able is correct.
Able. He's only able to speak after inhaling helium.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I have a voice box disformity.
A disformity in your voice box.
And so inhaling helium is the only thing that works. At least that's what I found out on youbethedoctor.com.
youbethedoctor.com. Right. Is that someone's name, or is that you?
You go on there and you tell them what your symptoms are, and they tell you any one of 10 things you might have, and you choose the one that seems right.
Right. So, they give you a list of.
They give you a list, and
yeah. What might be wrong with you?
And I chose helium. That was one of the things that cured my surgery or helium. Invasive surgery or helium, what would you choose?
No, I'd go with the helium. I think, Joey. Yeah. Now you headline clubs all over the country.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually I open.
You open?
Yeah. I can't really do a whole 45 minutes on helium.
No,
it's because I get dizzy.
I'll bet you do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I bet you do.
Very dizzy.
Because you're not inhaling air when you're inhaling helium.
No, you're inhaling a dangerous gas. Exactly.
Yes,
dangerous gas.
Yes, you are. Yes. And have you had any trouble with the other people on the show? Do they?
One of them tried to use my helium, and hence that's why this is bandaged.
You got a little tape over there.
It's got a leak.
A little leak.
A little bit of leak.
Yeah.
I thought duct tape, cures that.
Here's a question.
That's the stuff.
Here's a question that speaks to the business end of our business. Are you able to write off helium on your taxes?
Oh, yeah. I write probably $1,000 a month in helium.
$1,000 a month?
I mean, some of it's just recreational, but I don't tell them that.
No.
Although now I probably have.
Yeah,
I'm probably in some trouble now.
You probably let that out of the bag.
I mean, I got to buy it fresh for every town I go to. You can't travel with this. Unless you go by train.
Can you get that on a plane? Can you get your tank?
No, they're very picky about kind of explosives you bring on a plane now.
I see.
They're very strict.
And you think an under pressure tank, a tank that's under pressure, might have some difficulty?
Yeah. I still think it's better than children, but they won't let them. They won't let this on.
Yeah, the chances of your tank crying the whole flight might wheeze a little bit.
And the tank will not vomit into a bag or on the floor.
I see. Does it get to you a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Do you want to take? Yeah.
That's why I stopped my career as a public speaker.
I see. Well,
my only TED Talk did not go well.
Bet you it went fast.
12 minutes, they said. What are you, crazy?
You hear that music?
I do.
It means it's time for a break. I think you need a break. All right, we'll be back on Dueling Comedians with my good friend Joey Crumbs right after this.
You're listening to Dueling Comedians. Now streaming on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. This wicked pissa show will be right back.
Attention comedy fans, if you're hankering for some meat when you're on the go, I'd like you to try Two Guys Beef Jerky. It's smokehouse cilantro beef jerky, and there ain't anything better. With fresh cilantro and a classic blend of spices and flavors, this smokehouse cilantro jerky will be quickly one of your favorites. One bite of this amazing jerky, and you'll be hooked. A 3-ounce bag sells for $8, but we'll sell you 3 bags for $19.98. That's a 20% savings, but that's not all. For our Dueling Comedians listeners out there, we've got a special just for you. We'll throw in a bag of bacon jerky free. This fiery sriracha-style bacon jerky is addictive, and it's absolutely free. 3 bags of beef jerky and a bag of bacon jerky for just $19.98. That's a $12 savings right there, but that's still not all. Order now and put comedy as your coupon code, and we'll even pick up the shipping. Go to twoguys.com/jerky. That's the number 2guys.com/jerky. Put in 3 beef jerkies in your cart and put in the coupon code comedy, and we'll automatically include a free bacon jerky and cover your shipping costs. 2guys.com/jerky. That's the number 2guys.com/jerky.
We are back here on Dueling Comedians. I failed to introduce my sidekick, Laugh Track Larry. How are you today, Larry?
Hey, I don't mean to make light of a medical condition.
It's not like you, yeah.
But helium is some funny shit.
Yeah, so it's good. It's funny to you because you don't have this malady. I mean, I have to inhale this. Not like I do it for fun.
Are you offended?
No, not really.
No, I think Larry could benefit from that helium a little bit. Maybe perk him up a little bit.
I think so, but it's hard to be offended when you're on helium, quite frankly. You really can't get that mad.
Everything just sort of hits
Darn you, Larry.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad.
Tony,
Yeah,
he looks familiar.
he does.
Yeah,
Have you seen a show before? Maybe
I think I did.
you maybe saw him. He's very popular.
The incomparable Joey Crumbs.
The incomparable Joey Crumbs headlines addicts and pizza parlors throughout the nation. He's
Not so much a pizza anymore.
You know,
I
like-
had an incident.
You had a pizza incident,
I did
you?
indeed, yeah.
He'd be great at an AA meeting.
Could you start off AA meeting for us there, Joey?
Hi, everybody. My name is the incomparable Joey Crumbs, and I'm totally addicted to helium. I've had trouble staying off it for the last 25 years, but, you know, I'm getting better.
Day at a time. Squirt at a time, as
One
they say.
squirt at a time.
Is that what they call it? A
Yes.
squirt? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. All right, let's get right to the duel, shall we?
Yes.
All right, give us your best shot.
Do you want to tell a funny story about the hookers?
Yeah, sure, that'd be great.
Oh, God. That was one time when I was in a mall, and it was Christmas, and I see this hooker dressed as an elf. Well, I offer her the money, and it turns out she is not a hooker at all. She is working the Santa Claus thing, and I'm immediately ejected from the mall and then handcuffed and arrested later on because I kept going back. I didn't believe her.
I was reminded during our commercial break of this. We're sponsored by Two Guys Smoke Shop, and they just had, I don't know if you were listening to the commercial, but they sell jerky, which I think is the way to get jerky. Because I was watching late night TV one night, and Ron Popeil came on with a jerky maker. And he starts his speech by going, "How much did you spend on jerky last year?" And I got to be honest with you, I don't think I spent a fucking nickel
Who
on
can
jerky.
remember? Who can remember how much you spent on jerky in a year? That's 12 months.
Right. I'd buy it by the bag.
Of course. Now, Ron Popeil ripped me off for so many items. You know, I had bought the steamer, the incredible steamer from Ron
Steamer,
Popeil.
yeah.
Somebody must have hands like the size of a gerbil, because it only could fit one piece of broccoli in there. Yeah. So I didn't send it back. I went to his house, and that was another fiasco. You ring the doorbell at 4.
You actually went to Ron Popeil's house.
I did.
Yeah, because he's responsible for so many things that we need in the world, Ron Popeil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. The Bass-O-Matic. Who could fish without that?
Oh, sure.
Pocket fishing rod.
Pocket fishing rod. Right. How many times have you been driving down the highway and you see a sign that says, 1,900 feet above sea level, and you go, only if I had a pocket fisherman.
More to the question, how many times have you not said that? That's my question. Can I just say this at this point? I'm ready to forfeit the trophy, so I'm getting a little lightheaded on this thing.
Okay, I think we're going to end it right there.
Hit the button.
Okay. This is the first time that we've ever had a guest in danger of passing out on the show. That buzzer means one thing. You don't have to inhale any more helium, and it's up to Laugh Track Larry to try to sort this out.
Normally, I would defer to the handicapped. However, he forfeited. He was unable to complete the round.
I see. Yeah.
Therefore, the winner is Tony.
All right, I'm back. And I'm happy about it. Well, Joey, do you have any parting words for the people?
If I could take 30 seconds to describe some of the things I read online.
Please do.
I read online, a man had sex with a sheep. Now, I thought he was arrested. Was he just creepy, or is that the worst get back at a girlfriend thing you've ever heard of? That's right, Patty. You cheated on me. Now this has happened. Bah. You look like a fool. Look at you, Patty. You look like a fool. I'm Joey Crumbs. We'll talk again.
Tune in next week when I got a guy who's going to suck nitrogen, and then he's going to breathe fire. That should be a good one. I'm Tony V. You've been listening to Dueling Comedians. Find it wherever fine podcasts are listened to. We'll be back, I think.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21, Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.